Hello everyone, so soon I'll be starting my 11 plus exam sessions. So these will be weekly sessions up until the 11 plus exam this September, and this will involve weekly online sessions that are 1 hour each. They will cost £5, but if you were to refer a friend, that will be free for your next session. And if you are to refer up to 3 friends, then you'll get the rest of the sessions for free. Okay, and with each of these sessions I will cover different aspects of the 11 plus exams, so be it math or non-verbal reasoning, break down different topics, and also at the end of each session give the students exam questions and also give them the chance to give me ideas for what videos they would like to see going forward for the next weekly sessions. If this is something that you're interested in, then please feel free to email me at acewithcharles@gmail.com and I will add you onto the waiting list. I hope to hear from you soon. Hello everyone, so in this video I will be breaking down the different ways that you can get started with preparing for the 11 plus maths exam, or just the 11 plus exams in general. I'll be breaking down different topics. If this is something that you're interested in, then please feel free to leave a like on this video and share, and also let me know what videos you'd like to see in the future in regards to 11 plus, 7 plus, 13 plus, or just any other exams in general really. My name is Charles and I am a final year medical student and also a biomedical sciences graduate here in London, and I've also been tutoring for over several years now. So I'll try to make different videos on this channel that break down different exams, tips for exams, tips on even applying to medical school or just applying to uni in general. But please feel free to let me know just anything that you're interested in or anything that you'd like to see me make on this channel. So how can you first get started with preparing for the 11 plus exam? So as we know, it's coming up this September. The first thing that I believe that you need to be aware of is you need to understand the syllabus and understand the exam structure. So what exactly is going to come up on the 11 plus exam? So you need to get to grips with this. So be it the maths portion, the verbal reasoning portion, the non-verbal reasoning. Are you aware of what's coming up? Are you aware of all of the topics? In terms of math, are you aware of how to do algebra? Are you aware of how to do arithmetic? Are you aware of how to do geometry? There's different topics that I'm sure your teacher can provide for you, or if not, you can literally just Google this online and find all of the topics. I will try and link a few of them here as well on this page. So there is loads of info available online, but the main thing to know is what is coming up and how can I get ready for it. Now that we know what is coming up, we need to decide how we're going to prep for this exam. So we can do this by creating a study timetable. So this involves you just having a weekly timetable. I know it's summer and I know like you also like a few of you may still be in school, but you're about to leave school soon. It's still important to have a schedule. So as well as having time scheduled in during the day to have fun, but also try and have some times scheduled in during the evenings where you can work on different aspects of the exam. So by doing practice papers, by watching YouTube videos, the best thing I think that you should be doing is practice papers and practice questions. That is the highest yield. And by that I mean that the amount of time that you spend doing and practice papers and questions, that is the best quality revision that you can do for the 11 plus exams. Of course, if there is a very weak topic or weak area that you keep getting wrong, it's worth taking some time out to go and see why you're getting that topic wrong. If you're getting stuck in algebra, then maybe go and watch some videos on that topic online, or go and do some research. Maybe even ask a friend that you feel is comfortable with algebra. They could teach you and you can teach them. By teaching each other, that's also a very good way to learn, because the best way to know if you truly understand something is if you're able to explain it to somebody else. So this is definitely something that you can do going forward. Create a study plan and figure out times during the day, even during the summer. I know it's not something that you want to do, but it's something that is necessary in order for you to do the best that you possibly can on the 11 plus exams. Let's go into some study techniques. One of the main things that you need to get to grips with is mental math. So it's worth going through your times tables. So get a full copy of all of the times tables up until 12, maybe even go up until 13 and 14. The more times tables that you know quickly, the easier that you'll find the non-calculator portion of the exam. Even in the calculator portion, if you're quite fast with your mental math, you'll be able to quickly zoom through the easier questions and you won't have to put in as much numbers on the calculator, which will in the long run save you more time. The quicker that you're able to get through all of the easiest questions first, the more time you'll have at the end of the exam to come back and to go over those harder questions, and you won't really have the stress of trying trying to finish the exam because you would have already done all of the ones that you can already. So that's probably the first thing to do. As well as this, it's to learn the basics thoroughly. So be aware of your basic arithmetic, your basic algebra, your BIDMAS or BODMAS. It's phrased differently in different schools, but just know the basics of math, which will help you in answering these questions. If you're still unsure of how to do BODMAS or which sums to multiply first or to use brackets first, then this is something that you need to get to grips with. But again, a good way to work on those aspects that you're stuck on is by doing past paper questions or watching YouTube videos as well. If you're still really unsure of it, watch YouTube videos of them doing those similar questions, see how they do it, then try and apply that to yourself and practice. So see, do, and then if you can, teach after. Another tip as well that people often give is to use different resources, and I would say this is a good idea in terms of getting different types of past papers. If you look online for the 11 plus past paper questions, you'll find a lot of different resources, and I think it's worth doing different questions from different resources and from different entrance exams for different schools, because the more you do each of them, the more you get more comfortable with the different ways that examiners could ask the same question, which will build your confidence and help you to have less nerves on the day of the exam. But as well as while you're going through the questions, make sure to review your mistakes. Once you've done a paper, spend time going through it and spend time working on the questions that you've gotten wrong. This is probably like the best thing that you could do. I know it's been good to try and get through as many past papers as you can, but I'm telling you, go through a past paper and then go through all of your mistakes. It's tedious, it takes time, but there's no point moving on to another past paper if you still haven't corrected what you've gotten wrong on the previous past paper. This is definitely something to take into account going forward. Also, try to stimulate exam conditions. So this could involve you going to a quiet place of your house and closing the door and making sure to use a timer there as well. Just put yourself in the exact frame of mind, the exact environments that would help you to stimulate the exam conditions, because oftentimes a lot of mistakes on exam day come down to nerves. So not so much you not knowing how to answer the question or not knowing what to do. It's just coming down to you maybe just being a bit nervous, not being used to the situation yet of taking exams, because a lot of you that will be taking this exam are still quite young, so you haven't had as much exposure to exams, but with time you will get more and more comfortable. But an easier, faster way to do this is just by stimulating exam conditions and trying to get used to doing the 11 plus exam under time conditions. What should you be doing on the exam day? Just be calm and be confident. Up until this point, you've been working hard, and I'm sure that you've done all that you can do to prep yourself and to put yourself in the best position to pass this exam. Keep a level head and go in there thinking that you can do the full exam, because I'm sure that you can. As well as this, manage your time. That's probably another thing, because me myself, I'm quite stubborn when it comes to doing questions during exams. Oftentimes, even when I see hard questions, I'll try to stay on that question and it wastes time. But I urge all of you to do all of the easier question first, then come back and to do that and spend time on the harder questions or the questions that you don't really get, because I'm sure once you've come back and you know that you've locked in the marks from all of the easier questions, you'll feel a lot more comfortable and a lot less nervous, which will help you to focus better and hopefully answer those harder questions better. So that is probably one of the biggest pieces of advice I could give you in regards to working your way through the exam and figuring out which question to answer first. Okay, as well as this, still try and maintain a healthy routine throughout the summer holidays. As you're studying as well, please still find time to, go out and to spend time with your friends and with your family, to watch some TV, to play some games. It's important to avoid burnouts. You've just finished a school year, so please still try to have time for yourself. It's one thing to still have some focus period throughout your days to study, but also still have time for yourself and doing things that you enjoy. This is very good for keeping a calm and level head and to avoid overloading your brain and feeling burnt out, because the last thing that you want is to walk into your exam feeling burnt out, feeling stressed, maybe having a headache, feeling a bit run down and not being able to perform to the best of your ability. So that's definitely something that you should do. And in terms of resources as well, for where to find these resources, there's loads of them. There's BBC Bitesize, there's Khan Academy, there's Math the Genie. All of these websites offer a lot of different questions, and if you also just look at the different schools that you want, they often have a lot of past paper questions and sample papers on their websites. So for example, Dulwich have a lot of 11 plus exam questions on their website, so this is something that you can easily just find online and then do their questions. And as well as this, you can also and pay for tutoring. Again, I will be doing weekly sessions, so if that's something that you want, then please let me know. But I also offer one-to-one tutoring as well, either online or in person if it's in a reasonable distance around London. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this is something that you enjoyed, then please feel free to leave a like below and let me know how I can improve or make the videos better, or what you'd like to see in the future. Again, if you'd like to talk to me, or if you'd like to join the weekly sessions where I offer different sessions on the 11 plus exam, 13 plus, 7 plus, then please feel free to email me at asawithcharles@gmail.com to join the waiting list, or just email me at all if you would like to inquire about one-to-one tutoring. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.